Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I mean, seriously, it doesn't work without you guys. Let's get open for business here. And the football guys, they've been down here since Drew Pearson was snubbed going to Hall of Fame, and it's a travesty of justice, but it is what it is. I think it'll be next year that he'll get in there because I think the world would have ended had three Dallas Cowboys went into the Hall of Fame at the same time. I really believe that, and I think Cliff Harris was deserving, Jimmy Johnson of course was deserving, as well as Drew Pearson, but we'll just have to wait. So thanks everybody coming on last night for our live stream. It was lively. We talked about the New York stinking Giants hiring. Wow. Wow. Jason Garrett as the offensive coordinator. They say the New York Giants may have a Dallas Cowboys feel to their offense. Rashid, I'm looking for you, buddy. I'm definitely looking for you. As we sit basically 2 weeks and 14 hours from Super Bowl Sunday. That's it, guys. That's the end of the season. It will be done. We have 3 games, well, 4 if you count the Pro Bowl, that's left of the season. And then it's a long off season. But like it's already been, even though the season has been over for the Dallas Cowboys, it's really just begun. Because the Dallas Cowboys, having a new coach and new hope, have been on warp speed putting together coaching staff. And yesterday, they hired Adam Henry. Adam Henry, who has been a tight ends coach, a wide receiver coach / mentor, has been wide receiver coach for the San Francisco 49ers, with the New York stinking Giants, and then with the Cleveland Browns, working with Odell Beckham Jr. And you can't argue with what he was able to actually do with the New York Giants between Odell, of course, that one hand that caught that pass that also smacked that lady on the hiney. But even guys like Sterling Shepard and things that he has, definitely you've seen production out of those guys. Even with the Cleveland Browns, you've seen them having great production from the wide receivers and things. And definitely will be a bonus, I believe, for our Dallas Cowboys. Sanjay Lau, when you heard about Sanjay Lau, some of the drills and stuff, the first year that he was here, first couple of OTA practices, they never threw the football to the receivers. What they did was they did route running precision. Like he'd have them run the route and he would say like stop. And wherever they were, they would have to stop. However it was, if it's 1 foot down, 2 feet down, whatever, because he taught body control and precise route running, which is incredible because, see, we're going to be probably turning more towards a West Coast offense, which is better suited for Dak Prescott because it's a timing system. Tony Romo was more of a gunslinger. The reason Tony Romo and Dez Bryant worked so well was Dez wasn't always going to be in the same spot. Dez was a physically gifted athlete who could make up for not having precise route running because he could jump over people. He could stop. He could reach back. And this is where Tony Romo would buy time. So the play may have been designed to be a timing route, but unfortunately the offensive line wasn't blocking as well as it could. Tony Romo was moving around, buying time in the pocket, and he's looking for that guy and making that play. West Coast offense isn't that. West Coast is about getting rid of the ball right now. It's precise timing routes right now. It's 1, 2, boom, and I'm throwing to a spot. And so it's key that receivers run precise routes. And you could see, because you see Amari Cooper running routes that are just like perfect, dead on. But the thing that was kind of lost in that precise route running, and I'm not saying that it was Sanjay Lau, but they spent so much time running the routes, did they spend as much time in actually catching the ball? We saw them training camp where they're running around carrying 2 bricks, heavy bricks, just like my walk stones, at the that go around the stadium. And you wonder, should we have been throwing bricks to them so that way they catch it? Because we had a lot of dropped balls. A lot. We were one of the top teams at dropping passes. You catch half of those, all of a sudden things are a little different. Instead of it being second and 10, it's first down and 10, 15 yards down the field. Follow what I'm saying? So I think that this is going to be a good hire for the Cowboys, and I kind of like, or no, it's not a kind of, I do. I like the fact that you're just starting all over. You're saying, you know what, we're just going to bring everybody in pretty much new across the board. We are starting all over to put everybody on edge. You know it's your job. When you get a new boss, what do? You don't kick back, around the water cooler, talking about March Madness and stuff, with the new boss and thing now, do you? You don't take that, extra long lunch break when you have a new boss, do you? You're not surfing the web at your desk when you have a new boss, right? What you're doing is I got to make sure that I impress this person and make sure that I can keep a job. And so now everybody who's been in a comfort zone for the last 9 years now has to be on edge. Now has to say, I've got to prove myself to this guy, or else I might not be here. And I think that's a good thing. I think everybody needs to understand that if you don't perform, you won't be there. I think some of the players this past year kind of got the attitude that, I'm great, I'm highly paid, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to show up when I want to show up. I'm going to practice when I want to practice. And they lost some of that hunger where they had to perform and live up to expectations. And so now, every position, I don't care if it's the offensive line, I don't care if it's wide receivers, I don't care if it's running back, I don't care if it's defensive line. Everybody now has to answer to a new boss. And I like that. Hopefully, I'm going to be leaving on Wednesday, heading for Miami, and I'll be giving you coverage like you haven't seen before. I'll actually be there before most people are set up. In fact, I'll be able to show you Super Bowl City coming alive. One of these days soon, I'm hoping that I'll be there with the Dallas Cowboys, covering them. That's my dream. And I think we have finally now, I will say, maybe the second time since Jimmy Johnson was fired, that we've really tried to make strides in that direction. The last time being when they brought in Bill Parcells after the Dave Campos and all those years. And you could see how Bill Parcells turned the team around. Didn't stay long enough to finish the job, but unfortunately got turned over to Wade Phillips and Jason Garrett, and we just kind of went sideways. But I feel now that you've turned around, you've brought in now football-minded people with different perspectives on what to do that are hopefully going to get the most out of the players you have. And you marry that with what you've gotten with Will McClay and finding talented guys. All of a sudden, maybe, just maybe, the Dallas Cowboys will get back to where they belong. So, that being said, I got a lot of work to do. I've got to finish addressing the newest members' shot glasses and get those out. Going through the emails and stuff today. I'll double check. I know my man in Dumfries, I think yours went out on Thursday, but I'll double check on the addresses and make sure. If not, I'll get you one in the mail. The shot glass racks, those are going out this morning. There's a couple of sixes that have been that are going. And then I'm working on the big ones. These guys over here, I've got to get those built before I leave on Tuesday and get those out. So we're working on that. If you're interested in getting any of those, the shot glass shelves and stuff, go to cowboyjoeboo.com. That's actually my webpage. I haven't really posted a lot of stuff on it in quite a while, but I'm going to start using it more. If you go to the bottom of the page, you'll see products, and that's where you'll see the shot glasses. If you want a shot glass, you can order a shot glass or a set of 4 right there on the website. I'm going to be doing some different ones for you guys as well, and the racks are on there as well. And we're going to start doing different types of man cave things, so that way you can dress up your man cave. And also too, look what I got right here. Ooh, look at it. Joe Boo's day job. Look at that. Shout out to Brian Della Rosa, man, because he designed this. My wife looked at this and said, oh my God. She's like, that's it. That's the best design you've ever had. So shout out to you, Brian. And these are on my Teespring site if you happen to want to get one of these. And you're going to be seeing this all over the place. So as always, guys, I got work to do. I'll see you soon.